everyone, welcome back. Today we're back here on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, and when we last left off, we had just done the Day 2 trial former, so now we're doing the Day 2 trial latter. So I guess this is a 2-day trial, or well, a 2-part second day trial. But let's go ahead and start back into it. Oh, don't look sad. Come on. It's all right. It's all right. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Mr. Wright. What's the matter? Are trials always like this with you? You'd be surprised, but yes. Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach a surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. I get there. I get to the surface. It just takes a while. Like 6 days. Pretty much, yeah. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So, what happened to your sister anyways? Sister? Apparently she got called off the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon? A tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant to the truth. Aww. Hola, partner. Oh no, it's him. They say to show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. Okay, Marshall, I got you. That's what they told me when I was youngin'. Though to come to look to see how the trial's going, looks like I'm late. They got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over here there anyway? All the police I've seen these 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people comprende? Oh, you could be worried about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat it all? I've seen the red breeze blow her slender neck many a time. I saw it on that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. Oh. What does that mean? She got rid of it. In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing the scarf, yes. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. It's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling. Yep, same, Phoenix. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! My man! Okay, let's see what we got ourselves into now. I'd like to resume. Okay, Judge. I guess you have the floor. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Edgeworth! Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. They're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. Oh, that's Edgeworth. That's his, I'm surprised he's not foaming at the mouth. It can't be! This can't happen! I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it's time we continue on with this trial, if Edgeworth is ready. This is unacceptable! Okay there. Okay, calm down. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? This is... Who are you? Also this guy. A strange, stuffy aura seemed to fill the courtroom. Who are you? The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. He's hot! Oh no. Who on earth is he? It's you. Would you like to Say your name, profession, anything? She's gonna just stare at me? Oh, haha, sorry I'm late. The roads are packed, it's just me. Long time no see. Udgi? How you been? Swim much these days? Oh, hello, I've been busy. Busy, smizzy. Come on, my boy, you have time to relax. Seems to be the nickname for the judge, yes. Afraid you're right, very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Exactly? Oh, sorry, you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. Thank you very much. So sorry about our little, worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly good, jolly good. Little worthy. Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? This is the district chief of police? Okay, I'm on guard now. Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district, Mr. Wright. Come on. Is that the reason why he's giving me that look? Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. Come on. I just thought I'd help out. And bring this by. The red muffler. My sister's muffler. So Star wasn't just seeing things. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Our little worthy's car, no less. I don't like the way he just stares at us. It's really quite embarrassing even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Okay, so there's a switchblade inside the muffler, maybe? Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth. How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. Come on. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? He is the chief of police, Edgeworth. Or Worthy. Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature in there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'd expect a written apology. What, are you serious? Don't be so upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Edgeworth at a loss for words. You're exactly right. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Edgeworth. Major blunder! Oh. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. Well, I don't see why not. Sure. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? I think all you have to do is push this switch and... No. If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Why can't the chief of police open it? Oh. It's moving on its own. Oh no, I don't have a choice. Oh no, I'm being controlled. Okay. I guess we can. So, we need to use H, N, B, and M. Okay. Anything weird on here? Ah, yes, this right here. I would assume it's this. SL92. The small tag on this knife seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6. Oh no, the DL6 incident. But it's strange. What is it? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or maybe letters that look a lot like this somehow. Okay. Is that all we had to look for, or is there something else? Oh, wait. This. That. Isn't it? No. Ooh, wait. The button. Okay. Let's push the button. It's broken! The tip is broken. Don't scare me like that. And it's bloody. This knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain of blood. Ah. Such blade is added to the court record. This does not excuse the actions of police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing! Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Okay. I like his tie. His tie looks like a cross. It looks nice. Plus his glasses and his, like, just his hairdo in general. This knife is special, but I can't see how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Not officially, but we're going to find out how. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second! You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. I think there's a connection. Order, order! Anyways, we're at the department, all flustered, you might say. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. Chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. But what if the other case is connected? Judge, come on. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Okay. What can you tell me? Excuse me? Special. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might this thing, be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife is Goodman's chest, was this knife. Now, why was this other knife at the crime scene? That's quite a mystery. Well, and like a mystery, it's wrapped in something, a muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between the knife and Goodman. This knife was found at the scene of the crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? I think so, too. See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. I think it's the tip. The tip is probably broken off into his body. Evidence that links the knife. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. Like the piece of the tip of the blade. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that had me stumbled all this time. Stumped. Sorry, stumped. So how are we going down at the police department? Was it bad for the department? We weren't in any shape to do investigation. Something happened at the police department too. You got a good look for it in your eye there, right, oh boy, my boy. Sharp hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You're busy with that Lana case all. Well, what happened? Detective was killed. What a mess. Okay. On the same day, a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help him, Righto. I suppose I could. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Where the victim was found, how the victim was killed, when the victim died. Okay, we know the victim died at 5:15. The victim was probably killed with a knife. Where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. You wouldn't know anything about the evidence room, would you, Rido? I can't say I've heard it. I guess I should ask again once I learn a bit more about this evidence room. There's something strange. Oh, there's something stranger about that. Where the body was found. Time of the crime, 5:15. Yes, yes. 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed, yes? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and the murder at the place at the very same time. What are the chances? I don't trust this guy. I know he's the chief of police, but this is just my gut feeling. But I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gaunt, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much more about it. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Rido. You understand? Try to understand, Rido. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. And that knife, yes. It was in the muffler. I better check this knife out. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. Okay, let's see if we can find some evidence here. So, you know, if you turn this upside down, it looks like SL9. SL9. Maybe this is the type of evidence we need. Okay, let's go ahead and present this. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Ah, ha, ha. And honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from the Oodki? Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important why. Over here, we have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S, 12-2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside down? The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn around, and what do you get? 221 SL9. Yes! Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same exact thing as written on the knife's tag. You're exactly right, Judge. Thank you for bringing that up. Order, order. Well, Chief? Ah, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Rido. I win? Oh, thank you. What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Ah, wonderful. Let's press him on that. So this knife was stolen. Yes, on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, 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 nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Okay, a detective was killed at the police department. What a mess. On the same day, yes. That's a fact. Okay. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. I suppose I could help if you give me data on the case. Here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Okay, so I guess we can learn another thing Where the victim was found. Okay, since we do know it was in the evidence room now, maybe he'll give us more. Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say crime took place in the evidence room. Yep. The evidence room, didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? He did. He did very much so. Knife was stolen from the evidence room. I believe there's a connection. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Exactly, there's a connection. We can talk about the case now. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go out in town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Okay, so we got that. Now, let's go to the... Okay. So nothing about that. So... Okay, let's press on this. There is a connection between the two cases. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. Connection in place, mentioned in your testimony we just heard. The knife found at the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention, the victim had on him the case number on the evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed, yes, there do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. The way he just stares at you. It's unnerving. Those eyes. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. You see, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Interesting. Maybe? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Okay. He said I'll cooperate. Okay. He said I'll cooperate. What do you mean he'll cooperate with? Like, what do we do? Okay, yeah. That was a bad day. Detective was killed. Time was that. I'll cooperate? Okay, so let's press that. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Okay, Phoenix. Okay, just calm down. Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of it. Okay, so we have the victim's division number, victim's ID number, or victim's gender. Victim's gender, I don't think will do anything. Victim's ID number seems to be a good one, because if we have this ID number, we basically know who the victim is, I would think. Victim's division, it would still be a large number of people. So, let's do the victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell us the victim's ID number? Huh, sure, why not? It's not like you'd be able to tell who it is from that. Are you sure? Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't get your hopes up. The number is... Okay. 584-2189. 584-2189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 828. Yep. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. Yes, this tells me something. Yes, yes. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? What does it mean, right? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. Come on. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? I have a feeling it has... I think it's this. I think... Is it that same number? No, it can't be. Come on. I can't remember what the number was. It looks really similar. Witness? What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. Oh. No, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with it. Guns blazing like you always do. 2 places, 2 detectives, 1 murder. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Judge, it's not. No, Your Honor, I'm a defensive attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal ideas are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 584-2189. And? That means what exactly? Wait! That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. Didn't even get the first number again. The number the chief of police gave us was... Yeah, it was the same number. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 IDs are identical in every word. The detective killed in the police department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. How is the chief of police trying to pull this off that, oh, there's no connection even though Goodman was in both places killed? How? He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time. Are they twins? Same name? That's impossible. So what you're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time. And in completely different locations. That's what I'm telling you, Righto. Or not Righto, sorry, Worthy. Order, Chief. No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? If this is top secret, fine, but I'm a prosecutor in the charge of a case. Now just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. He keeps pulling this over on Edgeworth. What? How? How dare you? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. I was there! Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright. Where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Yes? Excuse me, but is Edgeworth here? I'm here to serve at the request of Chief. We got a report, sir. Edgeworth is seething. Oh my gosh, you don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with Lana Sky incident. And that's correct. Has nothing to do with it. Detective Bruce Goodman's murder in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making a connection. He didn't seem challenged. In any case, this is serious error. A gross negligence of the duty of your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Oh, that look. That look. And the music quit. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. Oh. What? Now, what was the second rule of the evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does that mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. No. No! Oh. Poor Edgeworth. Poor Edgeworth. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. You know you've been going through a tough time, Worthy. What's with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Oh, Edgeworth, that must have been hard to say. Mr. Edgeworth, please just give me 1 day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, and if it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir! Poor Edgeworth. I don't think there has ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant 1 further day for the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Whatever your punishment for this, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. Oof. Edgeworth really got it today. He really screwed up. But hey, Goodman was killed in 2 separate places. Does that mean they have 2 bodies? I think that means they have 2 bodies. What? Or, what if he was killed in the evidence room and then moved to the car? But then Lana said that she saw the killing. I don't know. This is confusing. This gets deeper and deeper every time. So yeah, Bruce Goodman, the man that died twice in 2 different places. We need to figure out what happened there. So next time we'll go into the day 2 investigation and we will try to figure out what exactly happened, or at least get a better idea what happened. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. So bye bye.